everyone, and welcome to Sunday School. Oh, I have such good news. It's 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Do you know 2 weeks until what? 2 weeks until we have in-person Sunday School. And I'm so excited. And I'm really excited because what we're going to talk about is God's creation and how God created our wonderful world. And I was going to do this song outside because it has to do with creation, but it is way too hot outside. So I'm going to do it in here because I want to go ahead and teach you the motions, because this is a song we are going to do when we start in-person Sunday School. We've done it before, but I don't know if you know it. So all you have to do is to be able to count to 7. Can you do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It goes pretty quick. So here we go.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On day number 1, God made light. He made the day and He made the night. On day number 2, God made the sky. It's big and blue and way up high. Whoa, whoa. On day number 3, God made the sea. He made the land, every plant and tree. On day number 4, God made the stars. He put the sun in the sky, super duper far. Whoa, whoa. God made you and God made me. He made everyone and everything we see. He made the earth and He made the heavens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On day number 5, God made birds and fish, dolphins and whales and things that go squish. On day number 6, God made animals and bugs, foxes and cubs, all for us to hug. Whoa, whoa. On day number 6, God also made man. He said it was good and part of His plan. On day number 7, God stopped to rest. He saw what He made. It was His best. Whoa, whoa. God made you and God made me. He made everyone and everything we see. He made the earth and He made the heavens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God made you and God made me. He made everyone and everything we see. He made the earth and He made the heavens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 days. It actually took Him 6 days, and on that last day, He looked and He evaluated it, and He said, what did He say? This is supremely good. I love it. That's what He said. Don't you think? Who knows? So on our first Sunday back, we're going to start talking about creation, and we're going to learn that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 song and how God created the earth. And for those of you that were in Clean and Green Club with me, I'll bet you know what song we're going to sing. I'll play it for you really quick. See if you remember. It's longer than this, but I'll give you a hint. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. Here's where it changes. And He wants us to keep it clean. someone to take care of it, and that is us. And that's what we're going to learn about when we get to go back to in-person Sunday school. Oh, I don't need to put this up. All right, we are finishing up Daniel and the lions, and you've watched 3 parts of the movie. Today, if you would like, you can watch the whole movie. And let's sing the song we've been singing. It starts with the Jonah part, and then it goes into the Daniel part. Are you ready? Jonah? Who did swallow 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 Jonah down? Whale did, whale did, whale did, whale did, whale did swallow Jonah. Whale did, whale did, whale did, whale did, whale did swallow Jonah. Whale did, whale did, whale did, whale did, whale did swallow Jonah. Whale did swallow Jonah. Whale did swallow Jonah. Whale did swallow Jonah down. Now, who remembers the part about Daniel? Daniel, 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 Daniel in the lion. Daniel, 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 Daniel in the lion. Daniel, 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 Daniel in the lion. Daniel in the lion. Daniel in the lions. Daniel in the lion's den. Yes, Daniel's in the lion's den. Now, I don't know if you remember from what we talked about last week, but at the end, on part 3, he finally started, well, we finally talked about lions. And if you'll remember, I don't know if you watched it, but what happened is that the king, all the kings that Daniel worked for, loved him. They loved him, and because Daniel was a nice guy, he worked hard, he was very honest, and he did good things for the kingdom. And this made some of his workers of the king very jealous. And so they decided they were going to do something to get rid of Daniel. So they talked the king into making a rule. For 1 month, everybody in the whole kingdom could only pray to the king. And everybody was told that they could only worship the king and pray to the king. And if they didn't, they were going to be thrown into the lion's den. I don't know if I'd like that at all. But anyway, that was what happened. Well, guess what? Do you think Daniel would pray to another thing besides his own God? Absolutely not. And that's right, 3 times a day, he would go to his room by himself, and he would get on his knees and he would say prayers to God, asking God to get him to help him to do the honest thing, the right thing, and to work very, very hard to make the world a better place. Well, when he was praying one day, these people that helped the king make this new rule saw him and turned him into the king. And guess what? The king had no choice. He had to follow his rule, because when the king makes a rule, it's a rule and you can't undo it. So they put Daniel in the lion's den. What do you think he did once he was in the lion's den? Well, he must have done something, because he came out of the lion's den. I'll tell you what he did. All he did was pray to his God. He prayed to his God and worshiped his God and told him how much he loved him and how much he trusted him. And do you know what God did? He shut those lions' mouth. He took the hunger out of their tummies, and they did not hurt Daniel at all. Now the king couldn't even sleep that night, and he was so worried about Daniel, and the night was so long, and finally he got up and he ran as fast as he could to the lion's den. And guess what he found? He found Daniel in the lion's den, and not a scratch on him, nothing. He was just as safe as he could be. And the king was so surprised, and he said, "What in the world did you do?" And Daniel said, "I just prayed to my God, and he protected me. He took care of me. That's what I did." I wonder what secret message there is for us. And we don't get thrown into lion's dens these days, but sometimes when we make a bad choice, there are consequences with it. But Daniel didn't make a bad choice, but sometimes we have consequences, and we have to live with them. I think that instead of making bad choices, we should try our hardest to make good, kind, smart choices that God would want us to do, and to work hard, and to love God, and to love all of our neighbors and all of our friends and everyone around us, and take care of his earth. Because that's why he put us here. Somebody has to take care of his earth, and that would be us. So, down here is the whole video. You can watch it from start to finish. It's about a half hour long. Yes, you do have to skip some of the ads sometimes. Sometimes it'll just stop in the middle of something, and then you just hit skip ads. But it's down here, and I put 2 new activities up here for you. One of them is a teeny tiny little book called The Story of Daniel. It's a very short story, and you can make it if you want to. It looks like this. It has 3 pages. You get it like this, and you cut it out, and then you fold it so that it ends up being a little book. Another thing I put on here that you can get if you would like to work on is, look, I've got a lion for you. And on this lion, it has a message that it can remind you. If you put this up somewhere where you can see it, if you color it pretty and you see this lion is here to remind you that you can pray just like Daniel did. And it says on here, I can pray for my family, my friends, myself, and my church. Now, won't that be a good reminder? And I do hope you pray for all of these things to help people to have a really, really good week this week. And I cannot wait to see you in 2 weeks. Are you ready to sing our blessing? And this is such a blessing because I love sunshine, and I love children, and I love music and stories and churches. May there always be sunshine. May there always be blue skies. May there always be children. May there always be you. May there always be stories. May there always be music. May there always be churches that we can go to. Now it's time to say goodbye to all my friends. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all my friends. Yes, it's time to say goodbye, so give a smile and wink your eye. Oh, it's time to say goodbye to all my friends. Goodbye, friends. I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a great 2 weeks, and we will see you in 1-2 weeks on Sunday in the old preschool commissary, which is now the Sunday school gathering area. See you then. Bye.